Hey everybody! Hey, I got some more news for you guys today. Well, actually, it's kind of old news, really. I mean, everybody and their grandma's putting out videos about this, so I figured, what the hell, I'm going to give my input. So anyway, Nintendo isn't going to be doing a press conference this year at E3. Now, to me, that's a big fucking mistake for them, to be honest with you, because they need E3. They need to show what software they're coming out. We need to see, the Zeldas, the Marios, the Metroids, whatever they got up their sleeves. But I mean, do they even have it? Is it even ready yet? I mean, fucking Iowata, fucking one day has been in fucking America and is already fucking shit up. I'm rather pissed. I mean, honestly, they're putting all their hopes on those Nintendo Directs. But to be perfectly honest with you, who's watching Nintendo Directs anyway? Just the hardcore fan base of Nintendo fans that are probably already on the system. I mean, what about the people like me who are still on the fence? Like, we really don't know what is the Wii U capable of. And this was what that conference should have been about. They should have really been saying, like, here's the games. We're sorry we had this giant delay and this big gap of nothing happening, but we're making up with, for it. I mean, that's what they should have came out and be doing, and we'd just be dropping bombs left and right, fucking HD Zeldas, fucking HD Marios, HD Metroids, fucking all that. Just bomb after hit after hit after hit. I mean, that's what they needed to do. That's what they needed to bring to the table, because we all know Sony and Microsoft, they're going to be dropping huge fucking bombs left and right about what these systems are going to be really capable of. We only got to see half of what Sony's bringing to the table. The other half, we got to wait and see what's going on. Microsoft, I'm real curious to see what they're going to bring to the table. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to make a judgment on it yet because I don't know shit. All there is just rumors, and we don't even know if that's even, true or not. I mean, we'll find out on May 21st. I mean, I'll be there. I'll be doing a video on one, so, you guys will know. But as far as Nintendo, I mean, Nintendo needs this shit. I mean, they're only going to do a few small little press conferences, but, it's not open to the public. I mean, what's that all about? I'm kind of curious about that. My thing is what Iowata is doing is he's coming to America. He's really trying to learn on, like, what the Western fan base likes. He's trying to really, like, rethink his whole marketing strategy. That's what I think he's really doing here. And if you look at it like that, I mean, this isn't going to kill Nintendo. I know that. Like, this is not that. In a lot of ways, it's not that big of a fucking deal. I mean, they'd probably just get crushed anyway. And I think they know that they would get crushed. Everybody's going to talk about the new systems. And I think Wii U would just kind of be pushed to the side and a little bit forgotten about. I mean, the only people who really, truly give a shit are like the hardcore fan base. I mean, I used to be one, but back when I was one, I mean, this is when Nintendo was on top. I mean, there was no bigger company. The only thing came close to it was Sega, and that really, those were two completely different companies. They offered different games. I mean, a lot of it wasn't the same. I mean, for a lot of reasons. I mean, graphics and sound were never two of the same. I mean, the Super Nintendo, in my opinion, was a better choice than what Sega was. But Sega still was a good system. Still a great lineup of games. But to be honest with you, speaking of Sega, I can see Nintendo pulling a Sega. Like, they might be talking about another console. I feel like they have no choice but to drop another system. Like, I feel like the Wii U could very well be the Saturn of Nintendo consoles. The Saturn only lasted like a year or two before they finally pulled the plug on it and just dropped the Dreamcast. Which a lot of people say they did that too soon. I mean, they wasted a lot of money. That kind of put them in a hole. And they just never really recovered, as you all know. I mean, Sega's on every system right now. I mean, if you were to go back in time, though, and tell me that Sonic would be on Nintendo systems, I'd never fucking believe it. Not a fucking chance now would I ever believe that. But it happened. I mean, the same could happen for Nintendo. But this is just like one system's not doing very well. The 3DS is doing fine. That's just going to keep them afloat. So they could still drop another system and really make up for, or at least somewhat make up for a loss. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, the 3DS. Yeah, I think they could actually make it work with that. The Wii U, though, I think it's just dead in the water right now. I mean, once these next systems hit, yeah, it's gonna be over for the Wii U. To be perfectly honest with you, now if the next PlayStations and Xboxes would be delayed for a few more years, yeah, okay, I can see that because it'd be a pretty even playing field. To be honest with you, I mean, they're practically the same systems. I mean, the Wii U is a little tad bit better than the Yeah, the Xbox 360 and the PS3, but it should be because it's a newer tech. So that's really no excuse that it's not that much better than it. And another thing I thought I always wanted to point out about the Wii U is just like they've spent way too much time and resources in that gamepad. I mean, they really thought that that was going to be, the fucking, I don't want to call it here. Like, that's what's going to sell the system, is that gamepad, the tablet. Because, Americans are all tablet crazy, iPads and Galaxy tabs and all that. And I think it kind of just backfired in their face, to be honest with you. I mean, they should have took that time and money and put it into actual power behind the system instead of just using a gimmick. Like, if they would have just ran with that the Pro Controller instead of the tablet controller. The tablet thing, that should have came out later on down the road. It should have never been, with the system. It should have been a lot more powerful what they made it. And I think they're aware of they didn't make it enough power. They didn't make it powerful enough now. I think they're aware of that. They know they're in a hole. They're going to have to get themselves out of it, somehow. The 3DS, like I said earlier, I think that's probably going to be it. That's going to keep them afloat. They'll be cool as long as they run with that a little bit, because that's still doing fine. Games are still selling. Games look great on the thing. I mean, as far as the handheld market is concerned, that's dominating it. I mean, when you compare the 3DS sales to the PSP Vita sales, I mean, 3DS is just blowing it out of the water. I mean, what's even coming out for the Vita? Fuck the final. So, yeah, I mean, this isn't going to hurt Nintendo, like I said. I mean, I want them to succeed. I mean, I hope, I don't want to come off like, I hate Nintendo. That's not it. I started with Nintendo many, many years ago. I love those guys. I want them to succeed. And until they really feel like they get their shit together, they need to start listening to their fan base, is really what it is. I mean, the people that were there, like the core gamers such as myself that were there from like day one, I mean, they said that they were going to get us back, but I've yet to see that. I mean, when I heard them giving the promises out, I had high hopes for the Wii U. High hopes. Yeah, I thought it was just gonna dominate, but ever since Sony dropped that bomb with fucking 8 gigs of RAM in the x86 architecture, it was just like, oh, well, they got it. I could kind of see that Sony being a real big leader as far as this next gen is concerned. I could see them pulling it off. As for Nintendo, Wii U is looking like it's done. I wouldn't be surprised if you see another system drop in a little bit. I mean, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. That's what I think. I think it's kind of a bad idea that they dropped that at E3. They should really drop. They should explain what they've been coming out. But whatever, I don't know. So let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think it's just like a big ass mistake, like I do? But then again, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe he's just going back over, strategies, like the marketing strategy, like I said. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below. Yeah, I'm out. Deuces.